CO
don't
sweep?
care what he said. I'm security, and I'm telling you to leave the building.
Oh, but he granted me permission for the CO sweep.
I'm not saying you're going to get charged with a noise complaint.
You know why? Because it's not a noise complaint. Because it's not.
You'd be shocked to realize how far incompetence goes in the police department. And today we'll be showing you some of the most corrupt officers getting absolutely humbled by these responsible citizens.
Legitimate reason. Can you explain that to me? Or you don't care to explain that? Can I see your identification, please?
Have I broken a law?
I don't know, but people take things very seriously when it comes to public safety and military safety, and if you've been walking around the property photographing things, I don't think it's unreasonable for me to ask. Now, you asked me a few questions when I got here for my name and badge number, and I was more than willing to provide that with you.
Which I believe you're required to do.
Yep.
I'm not.
Well, if we have reason to believe you may be involved in criminal activity,
you need a reasonable, articulable suspicion that I am or I'm about to commit a crime to be able to detain me.
So what are you up
So
to?
what am I being detained for?
For identification purposes.
In order to ID me, I had to have broken a law.
Vicious activity on 23rd Street, Brooklyn Drive, out with one male. Okay. So here's the thing. You can tell me who you are, and I can have you on your way very easily, and you can
Here's
go
the
about your
thing, at this
business.
point in time, it's an illegal detainment because I have broken no law.
Okay.
I'm in the process of breaking no law, and I intend to break no law. You have no suspicions of any of those three.
Okay.
So therefore, you have no right to detain me or try to ID me.
That might be what you think,
That's what I know.
but you can tell me, and I can get you on your way.
Am I being detained or am I
Yes.
free to go?
No, you are not free to go.
Okay.
The officer tried to intimidate Swanson with underhanded tactics, threatening him with laws the officer had just invented, but he would immediately lose patience.
I told you I'm exercising my right to remain silent.
Set your cameras down.
No, I have every right to record.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now, and you are going to follow my commands or you're going to go to jail. I'm going to detain you in handcuffs.
Are you his
for my
supervisor?
safety. No, I'm the supervisor.
Can I get your supervisor,
Turn around,
please?
Put your hands behind your back.
This is an illegal detainment. Go to the ground. Put it down.
Comply.
I'm not resisting.
Yes, you are.
I am not at all. Nothing is tense. I'm completely loose.
You got his arm behind his back?
Yep.
I'm coming back. Sure hope you didn't damage your camera.
It's an illegal search. I do not consent to any searches or seizures of my person or
Under
property.
arrest, so
Yep.
Arrest for what?
based on the U.S. Constitution, we have the right to search you under search incident to arrest.
What are you arresting me for?
Obstructing.
Obstructing what?
Legal process.
What legal process?
It is absolutely infuriating to witness this officer push Swanson to the ground based on a bogus claim, then further mock him for it.
I broke no laws. You were investigating nothing.
It's suspicious activity when
And
you're
what is that, a
photographing.
misdemeanor or a felony? Suspicious activity, a misdemeanor or a felony, Sergeant? Which one is it? You're now illegally searching my backpack.
The cop struggled to justify his actions when confronted by Swanson's questions, which is typical behavior for egotistical people. Swanson would later be taken to jail and upon release would have his charges dropped and successfully sue the police department of Hibbing, Minnesota. Up next, we have a hilarious auditor who has a unique way of owning these tyrants.
Oh, yeah, I'm just doing a CO sweep.
Turn that off, please.
But I have to do my CO sweep.
Turn that off, please.
I'm with clandestine operations.
Turn that off, please.
No recording. You gotta
Step outside of the
No,
building.
I'm with clandestine operations.
You gotta step outside the
You've been told
building.
3 times already.
You can't have a recording device inside.
Oh, okay. Is this the public part of the building? I'm just wondering.
Doesn't make any difference. You can't record it. It's a courthouse.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going into the courtroom.
This is a courthouse. You're in a courthouse right now.
Turn it off.
You're doing a what?
A CO sweep.
This building is a lockdown.
Isn't this the public, lobby part?
This part right here is yes.
Yeah, so I'm doing a CO sweep here.
You're not recording.
He's recording because I'm watching it recording.
Me too.
No, I'm doing a CO sweep.
I don't care what you're doing. You're recording. Step outside the building, please.
Get out of the building.
I kind of wanted to do my
I'm
CO
security. I'm telling you to leave the building or I'll call the cops.
Okay, that's fine, but isn't this a public
There's
area?
no public nothing. It's a courthouse, a private property.
They were pushing him outside like he was carrying a firearm. Since when are court lobbies private property? Can I purchase one of these private properties too?
All right, perfect. He granted me permission for
I
a
don't
CO
care
sweep.
what he said. I'm security and I'm telling you to leave the building.
Oh, but he granted me
Stop
permission for the
taking your
CO
finger off
sweep.
the button. Take your finger off the button.
Do you mind if I do my CO sweep?
Yeah, I mind very much. I mind if you leave the building right now or I will call the police department.
Oh, no, don't
No,
close
I'm
this.
going to do that if you don't leave now.
I'm above them.
I don't care what you want.
And then he granted me permission to do
He
my
didn't
CO
grant the
sweep.
police, no he didn't, because I was listening. You're going to be arrested.
For what, though?
for trespassing. Now leave the building right now. Get out of
Check
this
your seal
building.
sweep.
Shut the phone. I will confiscate this from you right now if you don't leave this building right now.
No.
Leave the building. And if you got me on tape, I don't care.
Okay, I have good news, sir. I've actually approved the whole place except for
I
underneath
don't want to
it.
hear a word out of your mouth.
We're about
I don't want to
98%.
hear a word out of your mouth.
I just gotta check underneath your jacket real quick just to see if there's anything clandestine over there.
You do one more thing, I swear to God, I'm gonna get out of here.
One more
Nope,
thing here.
out of the building.
You have to applaud this guy's persistence. This comical approach gets even better when he confronts the police.
Hold on, guys. I'm just doing a quick seal sweep. Oh, one second. Oh, guys.
Been here 3 times already.
There's something
It's a freaking
clandestine.
Video. He does not
We're
want
just
me.
we're just gonna check out the clandestine activities going on in the building
Trying
real
to take
quick.
pictures and plant. He keeps saying the same thing. He's been here 3 times. Bill,
Sir, you can't come in right now.
Are you open to the public right now, sir?
1 second. Put
Okay.
your foot
Do
back.
you mind if I just go in and do my seal sweep?
You can't come upstairs. That's-
He already
Oh
did.
no, I won't. Yeah.
Like, what do I do? Call the cops on him?
No, because what I'm doing is legal, sir. Let's just check out what clandestine activities going on here.
What are you doing?
Oh, just doing a quick CO sweep.
Been here 5 times.
You guys are really chill. You mind if I just get in real quick?
No, you can't. What the hell is clandestine operation?
We're operating as a free press and we're doing a clandestine operations investigation on the publicly accessible lobby.
I've seen videos on this. I know what he's doing.
Can't film
He's
it.
not going to do it.
Have you seen other clandestine operations officers?
Get your foot out
Get
of the
your
door.
foot out of the door now. You've
Or
been
I'm
doing
going
it
to
3
call
times.
Nassau County cops.
That's
right
what I
now.
told you 5
You're gonna
times
call an
already.
asshole what?
Nassau County cops will be here in 2 minutes. You don't get that foot out of the door.
Why? They're not asshole cops.
I said Nassau
County Police
cops.
Department.
No, I heard you say you're gonna call asshole cops.
No, we did not say that.
Sir, that's not nice to law enforcement. Something clandestine's going on in here. That was a clandestine foot kick there. So we're going to continue investigating due to the clandestine activities that are going on in this village courthouse here.
That's a little rough way to address the police, don't you think? Not all of them are assholes, you know.
Temporarily closed.
But that's only to cover up clandestine activities. I can accept
You're
that.
gonna back off, right?
Just squeeze in. Please
Just watch your foot. I don't want to knock you down the stairs, but you gotta move.
toss that in there real quick.
No.
My name is Officer Ryan. I'm with the 5th Precinct.
Officer
I'm wearing
Ryan
a body
4166.
camera.
Nice to meet you.
What seems to be going on?
We're just doing a CO sweep.
You say CO, carbon monoxide?
No, that'd be CM.
Is it a government agency?
Oh, we're operating as the free press.
Okay. That does not offer you free reign of government facilities. You understand that, correct?
I understand that it doesn't
Okay.
give me access to restricted areas.
It's at their discretion so that there's not interference with the operations of the day.
How's it going,
Do you
officer?
have a press pass?
Oh, yes, I thought you'd never ask. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can I take a look at it, sir?
Yes, sir, you may.
I'm Sergeant Cirillo from the 5th Precinct,
Sergeant
by the way.
Surlo, how do you spell that, sir?
Surillo from the 5th Precinct.
Sergeant Surlo, nice to
Yeah.
meet you.
How is he interfering with court proceedings by recording in the lobby? The public pays for them. The public can't be there? It's not like he was trying to break into the judge's restroom or something.
Yeah, so there's my press pass there.
Okay, so obviously this is not an official press pass.
Yes, it is.
It's or whatever. I'm going to consider it a whatever. Again,
No, that's or whatever. That's,
so the point is, this piece of
that legitimate press pass, yes.
that I'm just going to make a mark of.
For sure.
This is
And
a.
do you want to keep that copy?
No,
I have other.
you're agreeing with me that this is a ripped-off corner piece of notepad.
No,
that
that's a
has,
press.
in ink, in handwritten ink, it just says press or whatever. Is that what this says?
No, that's a press
It
pass.
does. Is that what this says?
I'm not.
Can you read that for me? I'm going to put it on your camera. I put it on my camera. Just read to me what your
Okay,
pass says.
I'll start reading. This official press
Okay,
pass
so,
grants
no,
permission.
that's-
No, you're not
that's
letting me
enough.
finish reading
All
it.
right.
I got you.
We just want to make sure that the nobody's rights are stepped upon. But it's iffy on recording within government buildings also. What if you're trying to eye up to do something wrong?
That'd be clandestine, so I'd have to investigate myself.
Right. Well, we don't know that since you won't give us any information. Now you see our impasse.
You're a press pass?
No, impasse.
Oh, I thought you said press pass. I was about to say, can I have that?
Forget the agency that issues press passes.
Yeah, the one I went through, it should be on the back of it. If you see on the back at the bottom right, next to the barcode. Yeah, right next to the barcode.
There is no barcode. This has no barcode.
You covered up with your thumb, the barcode.
No, I'm still there.
It's like a QR code
Both
scanning.
sides, I did it with, I held it from the left side, I held it from the right side. There is no barcode on this. I mean, government facilities aren't just free willy-nilly to the public. You can't walk into my precinct and just start filming. You're not allowed. You may not do that.
As far as I'm concerned, the auditor displayed a total legit press pass for an independent journalist. My precinct, isn't it our precinct?
No, that's what I'm trying to find out. So it's not a public building.
It's a government building. It has its own rules and regulations according to, their internal rules and rights. People are allowed in. I'm going to use that store across the street Yeah, it's open to the public. You can go in, but if they have the right for refusal.
But wouldn't that be like privately owned as opposed to publicly owned?
It's not open to the public like that, no.
So is it publicly owned though? I'm just trying to...
I'm sure the taxpayers at some point or another own it.
Yeah, we can't enforce a policy.
We're in agreement with that.
These guys are following me around. Keep doing loops, just following me around, not waving. Super clandestine activity from them.
The cops weren't able to identify the courthouse as private property, but the auditor sadly decided to leave the premises since he already made his point. Weirdly enough, an unmarked police car started following him. He then set his sights on another public building.
Is that a company?
Kinda. It's like a low-key thing.
All right. Do you have like a business card or anything?
I have press credentials. Does that count?
Yeah, sure. You have.
Okay, yeah, sure. Here's my press credentials. And
Okay.
yeah.
Sure. All right. I can help you find anything you need.
Oh, I appreciate you, officer.
No problem.
Okay, you seem chill. You seem cool.
We're here to help.
Appreciate you.
It's a public building.
Yeah,
Signed
yeah,
in.
right.
You're...
This is so cool. Wow. Awesome. We're just doing a CO sweep. We're just doing a CO sweep. We're just doing a CO sweep. I'm with clandestine operations. We're just doing a CO sweep.
Who are you with?
Oh, with CO. Yeah, we're just doing a CO sweep. Clandestine operations.
I don't understand what's going on.
We're just doing a CO sweep.
You can't do video on this floor.
Oh, is there anything clandestine on the floor? We're just doing a CO sweep. It's a clandestine operation.
This is a public area. He could be right here. He's allowed to. Okay. And that's what he's doing. So.
Yeah, just making sure there's nothing clandestine over here.
Finally, an officer who actually makes some sense. Up until now, it's been nothing but a parade of clueless dummies.
He's not with you, right?
I'm following him right now.
We're just looking for clandestine activity. You're familiar with clandestine operations, right? Just running officer. I did hear you say you're calling a supervisor. Should I wait for the supervisor?
This guy looks like 3 cameras on him.
COs?
Yeah, but clandestine operations. Operating as the free press.
Well, we ask that you don't film in the courthouse.
Oh yeah, well, I won't go into the courtroom, I understand.
Well, this is actually considered part of the courthouse because of the logistics of it. So, I mean, you could look around yourself, but please refrain from videotaping. We'll have to ask you to leave the floor.
Now, just a quick question. Can I look through the camera because it gives like a clear picture? It saturates
no, you can't use the camera.
If I'm not recording, can I like look through the lens just to view? Like almost like they're my glasses?
That would be unnecessary, sir. I mean,
if it helps me see better, if things are like blurry when I don't look through the camera, can I look through it? Hey, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Good, officer.
Can we help
Inspector
you with
Diploma. So I'm with clandestine operations. We're just doing a CO sweep, operating through the free press.
A CO sweep?
Yeah, yes, sir.
What's a CO? I don't know what that is.
Oh, just a basic sweep of the building for clandestine activities. I was just kind of getting a clandestine vibe over here.
Clandestine vibe?
Yeah, so we're just super quick CO sweep. Then done some other business, and then I'll be out of here.
All right, why don't you take care of your business? You good to go?
Oh yeah, appreciate that. All right, awesome.
Thanks. All right.
Okay. Appreciate you, officers. You sure nothing clandestine is going on over here? Blink twice for clandestine activity.
I think we're done now, okay? You got your information you need.
Oh yeah, I'm just doing
Make sure you get a picture of this too. The rules, it says you can't record on this floor. You have a good day.
You too.
And good luck with whatever it is you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, CO sweep. I'm with clandestine operations.
Yes, I told that.
The security officers were dumbfounded, but it's a good thing at least one of them knew the Constitution. This legend of an auditor struck again when he dressed up as a character called Con the Caroler and recorded in public buildings in Manayunk, Philadelphia to express his rights and see if the cops there are educated enough. His first stop was the post office.
Can I ask what are you filming?
Oh yes, we're doing an 8-hour challenge.
Okay, but I don't want to be filmed.
Well, so for my 8-hour challenge, I have to document everyone who I talk to.
Oh, okay.
Everything.
Okay,
how's it going here?
We can't film it here, sir.
We're
not allowed to film it here.
It's for my Christmas show.
Oh, that's nice. But we still not allowed to film in a post office.
Okay, you're
violating other people's privacy. Like we can't. They don't have to be filmed.
Oh, they don't have to.
No, you can't. So we would appreciate you not.
Okay, I'm just gonna finish up for my Christmas show and I'll be right out of here.
Sir, I need you to leave, please. You can't film in here.
One second.
Sir, you can't film him. You can't film him.
He's
He
just.
doesn't want to be filmed. You can't. You're not. I asked you not to. You're not allowed.
Call the cops because you're not allowed.
You can't film him.
No need to. I just
Yeah.
noticed those.
It's fine that
absolutely-
you did the decorations, but they don't want you filming them, so you can't film them.
Perfect. He's not even in the frame.
Okay.
I'm just
Well,
gonna
I
do
need
this.
you to stop filming.
Oh, but I won't get him
You
in
don't
it.
understand what stop means? I'm calling the cops.
No need to, sir.
There is no expectation of privacy in public. Anybody can record anyone or anything in public. Government post offices, courtroom lobbies, and other government buildings can be filmed by the public who pays for them.
Because I'm an independent journalist. I'm just finishing up. I don't need to.
Yeah, but you can't. You can't. You can't.
Oh, well, I'm
can't.
just gonna.
You can't.
Do you see those?
You can't, sir, because it's a person just said they don't want to be filmed. You can't film.
But I must get the elegant
Sir, I
stockings.
need you to leave the office, please.
But I'm Carolyn Tom.
Okay. You're who?
Carolyn Tom.
Who is that?
I'm a Connie Caroler. I have a license and everything.
You don't have a license to film people who don't want to be filmed, sir.
I do. I have a...
Not to film people who don't want to be filmed.
Okay, so I won't get him on it.
Okay. So that way.
Okay, okay.
That way.
I just have to head down.
No.
I do have to buy
No.
a stamp for.
No.
His name is Con Carolan.
I just tell him I'm going back in. Because I am still in the course of my journalistic duties, just letting you know.
Yeah, no problem.
We locked it at this point.
The government employees locked the door on him, so the auditor headed around town to see if someone else had a problem with him filming in public.
I'm loving these canines here, young lady.
Away from my property.
I'm respecting the canines.
No,
You
you
find-
have no right to do this.
I do find them quite magnificent.
Well,
My name is
go
Carolyn.
someplace else.
My name is Cod the Caroler, by the way.
That's great. Please go someplace else.
Okay, might I serenade you with one carol before
No,
I go?
you can leave.
Okay.
Please leave. I don't want you taking a video of my animals.
Even if it's just the dogs?
No.
Okay.
Please leave.
Okay, fine.
Please
we wish you a Merry Christmas. She wants me to leave. She's pissed and she doesn't want me to be here. She's not happy. She's in fear.
People uncomfortable. I'm just informing you that information.
Once they hear my voice serenade them, they'll be at ease.
That might be true, but generally people will go out with a whole choir to do that kind of thing.
The cops knew to not arrest him or press him since he was so into the holiday spirit. They allowed him his First Amendment right to sing Christmas carols in public. After a while, he went back to the same post office that locked him out.
Excuse me.
How are you, sir?
Sir, you can't do this without a permission in any federal building. It's a violation of federal law.
I am also contemplating the juxtaposition of my stocking amidst the others, sir.
Yeah, but it's a federal building, sir. We can seize your equipment here. You can't play around with the social media in a public place.
Sire, I am engaged in journalistic...
You want me to call the cops for this?
Sire, I am engaged...
Please stop recording and...
Sire, may I
if you
finish
have
a
any
sentence,
business
please?
here, you can do it. No other...
Sire, are you going to allow me to finish a sentence today?
Pardon me?
Are you going to allow me
I
to...
told you that what you are doing is against a law and it's not allowed. It's a public place. They can complain to us that you are taking the photograph of their personal parts.
Sire.
It's another big violation.
Sire.
And it has happened with us. That's why I am...
May I have the favor of replying...
Stop recording, please.
May I have the favor of saying a single English sentence, sire?
Pardon me?
May I have the favor of saying a single English sentence, sire?
But I told you something, but you are not listening. That you are violating the law.
You are not
It's
giving
a
me a chance to
federal
speak, sire.
Pardon me?
You are not giving me a chance...
What you need to say, sir, please.
This man has the unofficial record for saying the longest sentences without the need to stop and breathe. He wasn't even allowing him to reply. How is he supposed to communicate?
No, journalistic duty is that with the permission of the...
Why do you think I look like a fool carrying this lanyard around, sir? This is my license. Do you need to see it closer?
Sir, if you have a license to, you go to the police station and record it, the cops. You call.
That is my next stop, sir.
No, this is the public place. The people are there. Our customers are offended. They complain. That's why I came out.
Which customer was offended by my journalistic duties, sir?
It's not a journalistic duty. You are doing it, sir. You came into a public place without permission, without asking anybody. You are recording. That's not a journalistic. You are a spy. This is a spy. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. I had to call.
It sounds very much like an independent journalist.
This Indian man saw right through the auditor's disguise. He called him a spy for dressing up in a Christmas outfit and filming post office decorations.
Is there a person with a red hat and all? He has look like as a fake ID. Say that because he didn't take any permission to anybody. He is recording in the lobby. Even this call is being recording without our permission.
To be recorded on that end as well, sire. Don't be ridiculous.
I need somebody in the post office. No, the person is recording in the federal building without our permission or anything. It's like a white.
You're not like a white. Am I white or am I white, sire?
I don't know whether he's getting angry to attack with me with that.
Sire, I am of positive essence right now. How dare you confuse me with anything other than that?
You're making my customers nervous.
I don't believe so. They are not exhibiting symptoms of nervousness, sire.
What are you recording for?
How are you, sire? Come join the conversation. We were looking forward to your arrival. I have commenced the process of real winding in the post office here. I'm a journalist. I am undergoing journalistic duties right now.
So you're recording people at the post office?
No, not necessarily people, just the events and happenings, sire. That is my license to carol in town.
This guy's great. Need my new file?
Officer Campbell, we meet again. How are you, sire? My favorite officer around here. How are you?
I'm good. Do me a favor. Can you put the camera down if you want to do a transaction or anything?
This is my buddy here.
I requested him to stop recording, but he is. When I'm walking around the lobby, he's coming with the tripod. So I'm scared of that. All the customers were nervous, and he was my regular customer. He told him to stop recording.
Sire, I'm glad you have telephoned my acquaintance here.
His tripod doesn't turn into a firearm like in the spy movies. This supervisor just hated the auditor's presence, and he had no clue about the Constitution.
You can't record because that's a FANG Secrecy Act. You can't record in
the Privacy Invasion Act,
because
sir.
you are recording somebody's credit card and you are going to do the forgery on that. That's what I am accusing you of.
I'm doing no forgery or fuckery ever.
Now, how do I know that? I know that?
Do you have a real ID? Doesn't want you on the premises. It's the same thing as before. If you could, let's go outside because we have other officers en route. And I got a lieutenant en route. You can speak to him now. Okay, when he gets here.
Okay, but sire, just to
there is nothing.
Because I'm an independent journalist.
I literally have a whole entire in all seriousness.
Because they take the picture of the credit card and the pin and they make the fake things.
I'm admiring your imagination, young man.
No,
you're like a child running wild with that thing.
Trained for that. The clerk is trained for that. We get the federal training for that. It's called Bank Secrecy Act, BSA.
Privacy Invasion Act, to correct you, sir.
No, and you are recording. That's a big fraud. An investigation going on and postal inspection.
First, he accused him of being aggressive and combative. Now he accuses him of recording credit card information. This man made such a big deal out of the auditor recording that he had the whole post office shut down.
All right, she's locking up.
Okay,
so
let's go.
You need to leave.
Come on. They lock it up, they're closing up. Don't say nothing. Thank you.
So, just be sure, I'm an independent journalist. I'm trying to get services here, though.
It's closed now. He's closed. You're not servicing any citizens.
Mom, it is the middle of the day. Do you hear how ridiculous that sounds?
Close down. You sat and dilly-dallied around, and now they're closed. So you have to come back when they open up.
Do you know what time it is now?
Come on. CVS closes for lunch, too.
Closed for lunch. We'll be open at 3:40. Sorry for any inconvenience.
They're closed.
He has yet to present ID.
Okay.
So
right.
it's kind of caroler.
Okay.
Right now, because of the suggested accusations,
Yes.
I would like to get your name and put it on the report as well, and not Conda Caroler. I need your name. Okay,
They're opening back up at 3:40, sir.
It's shocking how blatantly these officers disregard the Constitution, and their reaction to this next veteran auditor is truly unbelievable. The 2nd of March 2025, Jeff Gray, a civil rights auditor, was hanging out in front of a restaurant with a sign that read, "God bless the homeless vets." The restaurant manager took offense to that and dialed the police.
Hi, I have a gentleman outside of our restaurant at Funky Pelican. Has like a homeless man sign, and I just like him trespass, please. Flagler Beach, Funky Pelican.
Okay, and what is he doing?
He's harassing all of our guests, and he's standing out front.
Do you know what the sign says?
Homeless vet.
Okay. And he's still outside now?
Yes.
Do you want him to trespass? Do you guys?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good.
Let me see the back of your sign. Okay.
So, doesn't want to give ID. Said we can't trespass him from here. He's going to get trespassed verbally from Funky Bell again. So they're trespassing me from in there. Yes.
And actually, we can trespass you from here. We can't, they can't, but we can.
They can.
Yes, I can.
Give it a try then.
Okay. So,
trespass from me from here. I will not leave. You can take me to jail if you want to, but I'd rather not do that. You cannot trespass me from a public sidewalk.
Why do you think that?
Because I know that. What's your name? Yevington?
Yevington.
All right. Why would you think that you can trespass me from a public sidewalk?
Because this is our boardwalk and our pier.
It's public property, right?
Yep.
All right.
And we can trespass people from.
Well, if you're a dumb, you think that.
Public sidewalks are public property and accessible to everyone. He can be there and hold whatever sign he wants. That's free speech. Only tyrants could challenge him on something like that. But will the ban budge?
So, we're going to ask you to leave, okay? From here. If you don't leave.
I'm not leaving.
Okay.
I refuse to leave.
So you're refusing to leave?
I am refusing to leave.
Okay. All right, let's be done with that. Didn't have to be this way, boss.
I know. Get my sign, that's my property.
Yep. Yep, we'll get it. Yep, we will.
Dum-dum. All you had to do was move down one way or the other, 50 feet, 25 feet. That's it. I have a right to be here just as much as anybody else.
Yep, let's go.
All right.
Yep, we'll get it. Come on. Yep.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get trespass somebody from a public sidewalk for engaging in freedom of speech.
Yep. He asked you to leave.
Supervisor.
You're looking at him.
That's it.
Where's your gun?
I got on the front out already.
All right.
I'll tighten these cuffs real quick.
We're still working on it.
Block them so they don't pinch up on you. Alright, well, I'll adjust it real quick.
No dialogue, no fact-checking. Just some overconfident cops making fools of themselves. The man was rightly infuriated.
You're serious? Freaking actually doing it. You're actually arresting me. All you had to do was respect my civil rights.
Have a seat.
All you had to do was respect my civil rights.
Have a seat. And I ask you for
this is your last chance to let me go.
Have a seat.
Have a seat, please. You're violating my rights. Can you please not violate my rights?
Have a seat.
You know you're violating my rights.
Totally.
But you don't give
Have
a
a
shit.
seat.
Wow. Okay, all you have to do is give us your ID so we can trespass you from the phone. I can't fit back here, man.
You're gonna have.
Ow, ow, ow. God.
Put your foot in.
The officers arrested him on a felony charge and even seized his firearm. This wasn't the first time Jeff had been arrested for such a BS reason. Jeff's friend, James Madison Audits, had to bail him out for $2,500. He then went to confront the store manager.
Holding signs or something like that?
Absolutely not.
No, they didn't have the guy was arrested out here just a little bit.
Who were you?
JMA Media. I run a channel called JMA Media. So.
JMA Media?
Yep.
Okay.
So I didn't know if anybody had any called here or something like that. We're just trying to find out what's going on because I don't know if it's like the riffraff from Bike Week or something like that that comes in.
No, he's been here before.
Oh, has he?
He stands out there with a sign that says, God bless homeless veterans.
I gotcha.
On a cardboard sign.
Yeah.
So when he did it a few years ago, I went out and I said, I'm a veteran. What are you talking about? Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
I said, I'm just trying to bring awareness to veterans. I said, holding a cardboard sign that says, God bless homeless veterans.
Yeah.
I said, why don't you work for Wounded Warriors or something like that? Well, I don't want to.
Yeah.
He just
So
comes
he
here
just does that
to
to instigate.
antagonize the police, antagonize. See, because this happens to be a public building, but a private business.
Sure, yeah, he leased it
Civilians-
from the city or whatever. Yeah.
So, and he has a YouTube channel.
Oh, does he?
And
Okay.
Oh, yeah. He's got a YouTube channel. He's won a lawsuit in Alpharetta, Georgia. He's just, to me, and he says he's an Army vet. And I'm like, if you're really wanting to help veterans, why not do it in a legitimate way and not stand there with a cardboard sign So yeah, my personal opinion is he's a jerk. And he says he's an Army vet. If you say you're a veteran, I believe you.
Air Force, it looks like.
Yes, I am.
Very cool. Thank you for your service.
He's a little younger than me. He's a lot bigger than me. He's a big guy.
I haven't seen him. I was down here and they're like, yeah, all the cops swarmed on this one guy down there.
They didn't swarm on him. He was standing there blocking the entrance. So young lady, that's one of our managers, said, hey, should you move a little to the left, a little to the right?
Yeah.
Didn't even say anything about what he was doing. And he's not asking for money, but he's holding a cardboard sign that says, God bless homeless veterans.
Gotcha.
But he wouldn't move. He said, no, I have the right to be here, which technically I get it. But come on, don't be, so yeah.
Even in the manager's own words, technically, Jeff had the right to be there. And from the earlier body cam footage we saw, we can clearly see that Jeff wasn't blocking any doors. After freeing Jeff, James confronted the police supervisor.
I was going to ask you about Jeff Gray and why you shoved him in the car.
You'll have to speak with our chief or deputy chief.
Is it all right? Is that what you are? You're a piece of people on public sidewalks?
I'm not going to answer that.
You should, because I just talked to the guy over there at the place, and he said that's all public property out front. He said his stuff starts at the chalkboard.
Oh, okay.
You're a tyrant.
Okay.
And a for doing that.
All right.
Why would you shove him in there, a guy that's like 6'2" and wide like that?
Day,
No, you.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, we will. Hey, do that halo on me and see what happens.
Okay.
The supervisor just didn't care if Jeff's rights were violated or not. And that's the case with most police officers these days. A lot of unchecked power. Both James and Jeff are now preparing for a lawsuit against the PD. In our next case, Sean reminds us about the importance of auditing when he visits a prison where an inmate's life was taken by the NYS corrections officers. Long Island Audit Sean was visiting Mid-State Correctional Facility to protest and ask questions about how they brutally ended the life of an inmate, all while the National Guard stood by and watched. Within seconds of Sean reaching there, police arrived.
Watchtower here. Looks like they already have a state police officer coming out. I don't know if they're stationed here or what's going on.
How you doing?
Hey sir, how are you?
Good. Can I help you with?
Nothing right now, sir. Just your name and badge number, if I may.
It's Trooper Bruce Stefano.
And your name and badge number, ma'am?
Sergeant Kavinsky, 5190.
Hi guys, nice to meet you.
What's going on?
I'm just investigating the murder of Messiah Nantwani that was here, that occurred here at Mid-State. Reports that he was brutally beaten, just like Robert Brooks was in Marcy. Oh, my name is Sean, sir.
Sean what?
Just Sean.
Just Sean.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Just Sean. Looks like we have a National Guard vehicle over here. So these doors are locked. Hey, how are we doing? I just wanted to ask some questions about the murder of Messiah Nantwi. You're not in the position to comment on it? Did you participate in the strike? You too, have a nice day. We're gonna ask as many correctional officers as we possibly can.
They locked the doors on him when he went up there. I guess they saw him coming with a camera and got freaked out. That's typical tyrant behavior for you. But Sean was just getting started.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, how are you? I was just wondering, are you guys doing visits right now, or?
No.
Do you work for the Department of Corrections?
Step outside. That's a secure facility.
Yeah, just don't put your hands on me. I'd appreciate it.
I'm not touching you. I'm sorry.
Well, no, you just made it seem like you're
I know.
going
I
to.
need you to step outside, though, please.
So, who are you?
I'm the mailroom supervisor.
So it's the mailroom?
Yep.
Okay.
You need to step outside.
Oh, okay.
This is a secure building.
But it's not so secure if I got here, right?
Please step out.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Maybe step out, please.
Who are you, sir?
Come in here.
Can I ask you some questions about a murder that took place here? Officer, can I ask you some questions about the murder that took place here, Messiah?
Sir, please step outside.
I'm just asking some questions.
Okay, you're not allowed to be in this building. Please step out.
Watch as the admin assumes he can remove anyone from a public building, only to be outdone moments later by an officer who makes an even bigger mistake.
There aren't any restricted area signs anywhere. Can you point out the restricted area signs, sir?
Guys, you stepped over the latch invader. Yeah, we did. Excuse me, sir. Please don't touch me.
Oh, I'm not touching you, sir. Yeah. This is not a restricted area.
It is. You're in a restricted
Where does
area.
it say
right
it?
now. Okay, Sean. You
Where does
can't
it?
be in here.
Where does it say that?
Sean, you can't be in here. Right.
I just walked in. The door was open.
All right. Follow the watch, Commander.
Excuse me, sir. I don't want to be that close to you. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's go, Sean.
I don't want you to hold down.
Sean, we got to go that way. You can't. You're not going back inside. Sean.
I'm not going inside. You said he's locking the door. I'm not going to go inside.
Okay. All right.
I'm not going to go
I'm
inside.
going to stand right here, Sean.
That's fine, sir. You can stand wherever you want. This is public. You can stand wherever you like.
All right.
I'm just asking questions of the employees here. Again, I just want to point out that there's no restricted area signs here. The door was open. I walked in to ask questions.
Okay.
There's nothing nefarious
Well,
going
they
on
asked you
here.
to leave and you left.
Right, yeah.
But there's no reason to stand here right now.
Well, there is a reason, because I want to, anybody that's coming in and out of this door, I want to ask them questions.
Okay.
There was
Who's going to come through this door now?
There was a depraved murder that took place here, sir.
Well, Sean, nobody's coming in.
As an investigative journalist, I'm asking questions about what happened here. That's it.
But what I'm saying is,
I'm not escalating a situation.
Nobody's coming to this door.
Okay.
Okay.
So why? So what does it matter then? What does it matter if I'm standing here?
Okay. We'll just hang out here.
Okay. Last time they brutally murdered somebody, it took 2.5 months for charges to be
Well,
brought.
investigations take a while, you know.
When they're on video?
Very thorough.
When they're on video? What do you think would happen if somebody beat one of your coworkers to death on video? You think it'd take 2.5 months to bring him to justice? I don't think so, State Trooper. If it was on video, somebody beating to death a State Trooper, you think that it would take 2.5 months before they're brought to justice? You think that? Okay. All right. No problem.
Sean just came at him with facts. If it was the other way around, the inmate would be instantly charged, not in months, but in days. But since they have to save their fellow tyrant, they delayed justice. Officers were just scared of Sean, just like this one played deaf.
Excuse me, your supervisor. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to speak to me, sir? There's people that are brutally murdered in this facility. Would you like to speak? I know you can hear me. You're a lieutenant, right? So this is normally a publicly accessible area, but they just closed the door, apparently. So right here we have one of the National Guard vehicles. For those of you who do not know, the National Guard, the New York National Guard, was called in by the governor when 90% of the correctional officers here in New York State went on strike, again, to protest their working conditions, the same week that their brothers in blue were indicted on depraved murder charges. The same week. So to me, as a critical logical thinker, it seems to me that they're really protesting their brothers in blue being held accountable for depraved murder. You know, instead of following me around, you could be walking around inside the correctional facility, making sure people aren't getting beaten and murdered. That's what you could be doing. Instead of following me around, you could be walking inside the correctional facility here, actually protecting people's lives and holding criminals accountable.
Sean did his job. He educated the cops and got his point across. It's exactly efforts like these that we need to hold corrupt cops accountable. Sean wasn't bothered that much, but this next auditor had a cop reaching for a gun.
I don't know who you are. You're the guy with the gun? That's what I'm here now. Exactly what you need to do with it.
Two auditors were conducting a First Amendment audit at the Las Vegas DMV when they were greeted by a tyrant in uniform.
I am. What are you doing?
Have you received the latest training on you guys when it comes to people with filming? I don't answer the question.
No, I just went to the You will while you're in here. How you gonna get out of here?
You're gonna, you and who else is gonna remove? You have the right to be here.
Myself.
Really?
What are you recording?
Call your supervisor. You're out of university.
My supervisor just sent me to.
You don't have to call the police. You don't have the right to touch
I don't need the police here.
You're out of line, sir.
Oh, you're the law.
Sir.
Oh, you're the law. Allied Universal. If you put your hands on me, you're gonna be on a big lawsuit.
Put my hands on you.
Okay,
What
good.
are you doing?
I'm working on a video.
You're working on a video? You see, this is what we call international espionage.
Really?
Yeah, you could be with a network. How do we know?
How do I know who you are?
I'm in uniform, are you?
I don't care. I could buy an Allied Universal
Then you need
uniform.
to go buy one and do your job.
I'm not security.
I am.
Okay, but you can't go against our
You're in
rights.
a public place.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I'm doing
Now,
this.
sir,
I
what's
can't
the
do this.
recording for?
None of your business.
Please go to
Get
desk
out.
11.
Don't you touch me.
Get out.
If you touch me, I'm not.
Now serving Barbara.
Ruben, I need backup.
3212. Please go to
Back.
desk
If you touch
11.
me, I'm gonna call the police and
You're going to answer
you'll
my
be arrested.
questions or you're going to get out of here.
I don't have to answer.
I don't know if you are terrorists or what.
I don't know who you are.
Straight out of the blue, the cop calls him an international spy and a terrorist. Someone clearly is too old to remember his training for the job. But what's even worse is the guy's hand placement.
You're the guy with the gun? That's right. Exactly. What you gonna do with it? Why are you putting your hands on it?
I got two 425s.
I'm not doing anything wrong, sir. I'm working on a video.
You will ask the question if you will answer.
I don't have to answer anything.
Deleted everything.
I don't have to answer anything.
You're out of line, sir.
We're not interfering with your business. You're interfering with us, actually.
Sir, I don't know if you are terrorists.
Please don't touch your firearm.
My hand's going to stay where it is, and you can't do nothing about it.
Really? Well, my camera's going to stay where it is, and you're not going to do anything about it.
We're going to see in just a
We're going to see.
We're going to see in just a minute.
We're going to see.
I need a supervisor over here, too.
Thank you.
It's gonna be your last day on the job.
It won't be my last day, homeboy. You couldn't fire me.
I'm not your homeboy. You call me sir.
I won't call you sir. You call me sir. You can't answer my questions. I don't have
You didn't make it to the police department. You want to think you could be a tyrant?
on the next stop or not.
I don't give a damn what you are.
Yeah,
Now serving David. 022.
Now serving David. 022.
Please go to desk 20.
Or what?
You want to talk crazy? I'll
You got
talk crazy
thousands
back
watching
to you.
right now.
Yeah, go ahead. We're getting ready to find out in just a minute.
Go ahead.
This cop was acting unhinged. Why did he have to exert his dominance on them? They were not doing anything illegal, and no one even complained about them. Someone had to intervene fast.
I'm going to be rude. As long as
Now
you're rude, I'm going
serving
to be rude
Marquis.
to you.
4321.
Approach it with a back.
36.
Bro, you better back up.
All right, man, I want you to back up.
This guy, you're violent, bro. You're violent. For no reason.
You both come in here recording.
We have the right to.
No, I've been to terrorist school. I know how to.
I don't give a damn what school you went to.
Are you familiar with Fordyce versus Seattle?
I don't care about.
Well, you should, because is that what you're going to tell the judge? Oh. Oh.
I'm over by number 27.
Oh, wow. You're dangerous.
You are very dangerous.
If I was dangerous, I'd be out there killing people.
You are very dangerous.
You have the right to film
You have the right to answer my questions.
and I have the right to say no. Because I cannot let you continue. I can't talk. Let me talk to you. Talk to me.
Now serving Ron. 3740.
That's disorderly conduct. That's disturbing my peace. I want to charge you something. And if you don't, I'll find another cop that will. But this incident right here is going to be taken care of the legal way. This guy broke the law. You're a cop. Do your job.
Now, you're not gonna tell me what to do.
Do your job. I'm not telling you anything.
If you talk over me one more time, I'm doing my job by trying to ask you questions. If you want to talk over me and you don't want to hear my questions, just follow it forward and we'll look at it. But I can't just sit here and have you tell me what to do without gathering any information. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. So you're upset that he told you he might leave?
No, I never said that. You see, you said that. I said that he made threats to physically remove me while holding his firearm, and I asked him why he was holding his firearm. He said his hand is going to stay exactly where it's at. It's threatening behavior towards us. His behavior is disturbing my peace by interfering with my job, interfering with the First Amendment.
Your job?
Yes.
You don't work here.
This is my job. I pay 24% taxes on these videos, and trust me, it's a lot of money. So this is a job.
At least this guy was sensible enough to talk and sort things out, but his cool and calm demeanor wouldn't last for long.
Yes,
Dude, you gotta let me finish.
Yeah, no, you're coming over here with the wrong information. That's why.
Can you let me finish though? You want to hear half the
You're
sentence?
telling
You
me
want
that.
to disagree
You're
with
telling me that I have to have some business with him.
Partner, I'm gonna give you this, but you gotta let me talk. This is just
I already
ridiculous.
know what you were gonna say, sir. That's fine.
Well, let me say it anyway. Just be polite. Let me say it anyway. How about that?
Okay, I'm gonna be polite and listen to you to give me an unlawful order. Go ahead.
Okay. So DMV policy is if you have business here with DMV, you can be on premises. You can film all you want. You can't film people's personal information or behind the counter, but you can be on premises. If you don't have any business here and you just want to film, then you'll be trespassed. Then you'll be trespassed. Here's a voluntary
because this is my job.
Trespass.
Oh, so what about his crime? What about
okay, you're just jumping. You're just crying. So let's go to this.
We already know what
you
you're
want to
about.
go to his truck.
No, we're gonna go ahead and take this because you're
not gonna tell it until I finish talking.
Whoa, you can't do that. Wow. Sir.
We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. What's your name and batch number? What's your name and batch number so we can leave?
Can I have my freedom of information request?
He's a criminal.
Thank you.
All that talk, and he was as much of a tyrant as the last cop. It's a great shame that such officers still serve us today. While this was difficult to watch, the actions of the next female officer are truly unbelievable, as she did the unthinkable. On 14th March 2021, an auditor had a gun pointed at him during a serious altercation, and instead of supporting him, the shameful cops at the scene questioned and confronted him instead. And the details of the incident will leave you shocked.
Are you a civilian? Are you in this right? You know I'm documents, right? I want to press charges, bro. You are a civilian pointing. No. You gonna get him. You gonna press charges. He just pointed at me. You gonna press charges on him. I'm answering. So you think it's okay as a civilian to point at me? You know I'm filming this, right? It doesn't matter, bro.
I find it ridiculous that a gun was pointed at the man and the cop couldn't care less about that.
Your life's not in danger. I'm unarmed.
Just answer her. You're acting like you had a
Do
you have
What?
Do you have a gun? Do me a favor. I'm fine. I'm cool. Don't step towards me. I'm okay.
I want his name. I want his name. I want his name. I want his name. You don't have a right to do that. You're going to jail, bro.
Don't step towards me. Don't step towards me. I don't mind if you videotape me, okay? But I need to make sure for my safety that you don't have any weapons.
You got somebody else coming for you?
Yeah.
Who is that guy? Since you know him, who is him?
So instead of doing something about the man who literally pointed a gun, these officers started questioning the victim about whether he had a gun.
Is he a civilian or an officer? Answer the question. What's your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Valverde. I'm 4244. It's my badge number.
Who is this guy?
I'm trying to deal with you.
No. He just committed a crime. Who is this guy? Ain't nobody stepping. He told me to come to you, right? Did you?
If you want to prop your phone up so that we can video.
No. That's when I'm letting you pat me down.
When I come out of my office to my truck, you're peeking at me around the corner and then act like you're gonna pull something out of your pocket.
I was scratching my back. My back itches. Yeah, that's my back itches, bro.
Your back is itching?
Yep.
Okay. Is it alright if I just check and make sure that you don't have a weapon?
Nope. Don't consent. I'm pressing charge, bro. Don't even leave. Don't leave. Alright, don't leave. I'm not talking. I'm more worried about you now. You think it's okay to do that to me? You think you're a civilian? You're a civilian. Are you a cop?
I'm a civilian.
Oh yeah, you're going to jail, bro. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. And if you're done, I'll be fucking with the prosecutor. You just messed up, bro. You're stupid, man. But if I did that to you, I go to jail, huh? Oh, well, so you see, you pointed at whatever that big was.
You'd think that maybe the cop that just arrived would have some sense of morality, but he'd be just as bad.
I want your best. I want your name. Get your plate.
What's going on?
Well, right now we need to file charges on him for pointing the fuck. That's why.
I wasn't here, man.
Oh, you weren't? I got it on video.
I just pulled up, man.
Well, here's what's gonna happen. Am I being detained for a crime? Or am I answering the question?
We are questioning you.
All right, I'm not detained. Have a good day.
What's going on?
What's your name, badge number?
What's going on?
What's your name, badge number?
My name is Lepley. Lepley. My badge number is 4210, Hardin County Sheriff's Office. Okay. So what's going on?
Well, right now, what's going on? He didn't get his name because he pulled out a big gun.
I would do that. I already know who he is.
Well, what's his name? I'm pressing charges, bro. You have no right to do that.
If the cop knew who he was, he should have told the man the name so he could press charges. But this corrupt cop would not give up the name.
Would you like to write out a statement about what happened?
I want to file charges against this man. Because if you don't get his name, I'm going to get it. What's going on? All right, so then, you know what? Whatever, get out of my face, bro. I'm going to get his name. Anybody, don't even move out of my way. So I'm being detained. I'm asking you what. I'm going away. You point that. Oh no. That is no, bro. You're going to jail today. You don't have a right to do that.
We'll do that.
All right. I got it on video. You're going to arrest him right now? Cause I got it all on video, bro.
I get a written statement from you.
And we're gonna need that video as well.
I'll get it to the prosecutor. And you're unprofessional. That is sick. If you would have shot me, bro, you'd be in trouble.
I didn't shoot you.
I'm saying if you would have.
They were protecting the man like he was one of their own. The situation was absolutely absurd.
I had him at the ground.
You don't have a right to do that. Your life is not in danger. My hands was right here the entire time. I had body cam footage and live stream footage.
Were you reaching behind?
I was scratching my back. As I told you already, I have an itch that I have to scratch. That's it. I want man.
So you don't want to talk that?
Give me a form, man.
What?
Give me a. You're stupid, bro.
This dumb officer was concerned about why he was reaching for his back. These cops are really grasping at straws in order to vilify this man.
Yes, it was. Yes, the hell it was, bro. I have it on video.
We're gonna need that video. If you want to press charges, we're gonna need that video. So how come when I initially saw you, I didn't see your phone out? I didn't see you taking pictures.
I've been documented.
Take me in.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the prosecutor. Give me a copy. I'm gonna give it to the prosecutor.
Here's the way it normally works, okay? I'm just trying to explain to you so you understand what we have to do in order to do our job. Okay? You're making an allegation, okay? You say you have it on video, that's fine. If you do, that's great.
No, I have it on video, bro. No need to lie about it.
That's great. In order for us to proceed with what you want us to do. Okay? It kind of helps us determine what level of crime to charge.
I mean, if you point at somebody, that's a high level right there, I believe. Walked up and it had nothing to do with him, and I come and go like this to you, I wouldn't go to jail? Come on now. Come on. If I went like this to somebody with a huge thing.
What he's trying to say is he has to investigate the situation.
Oh yeah, then give me the statement form. I'll write it out later. I'll send it to you. Got a business card?
Sure.
I'll give you this video.
It's in my car. I'll go grab it.
You want my business card?
I want both of you guys. I'm filing a claim against you.
Okay.
Sad, man. You can't exercise rights in peace.
Nobody said you couldn't exercise your right, but when I ask you a question, you need to answer.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm telling you, I know the laws now. I know the laws better than you. That's why I asked if I was detained. You said you didn't answer the question, so I assume I'm not detained.
He talked about exercising rights and then said he had to answer questions. Someone let this cop know that citizens have the right to remain silent. She has the badge, but clearly doesn't understand the responsibility that comes with it.
I was asking you a question. But when I come out of my office and I see a man crouched behind a stanchion, and then I see his hand go in his pocket, that makes me fearful of my life.
Boss, that's what you should have did. If you were really fearful, you wouldn't be in front of me. It's insane.
Here's my card. My email address is down here at the bottom. You want to email it to me if that works for you?
No, I'm going to email. Hell yeah, I'm
or you
email
can
it to
throw it in the snail mail if you want.
No, I'm going to
Don't
email
matter
it to you, man.
Or you can drop it off at our offices, which is right over there. Okay?
Now, I need to see what type of gun that was. That's a big ass, it was at an M16? Looks like an M16 right there. It looked like with a scope on there. He has a scope on his stuff. You see, that's the gun pointed. Get a picture of that. That's the gun pointed right there. Look in there. Look. You see it?
Yep, I see it.
All right, just making sure you see it. I don't know what type of gun it is, but he pointed that right at me.
Appears to be an AR-15 of some sort.
Must, yeah. And how that?
All right, anything else we can do for you today?
I need a supervisor and then a complaint form on you. That's all I need and I'm out.
The man literally pointed a whole rifle in public and got away with it. It's absolutely disgusting to see.
The captain tomorrow.
What time you be in tomorrow?
Actually, he's on vacation until Thursday. Well, when I ask you to stop, you need to stop.
Well, that's fine. Go back to his car. All right, go ahead. I'm free.
You bet.
On with that. I've been in the county too many times. I understand. No problem. I've seen a lot of stuff in there. No problem, man.
Cops like these shouldn't be allowed on the force. Not only were they uneducated, but they were also ignorant and delusional. They were clueless about how to do their job, and countless people paid the price for such officers' actions. Up next, we have a case where knowledge crushed ignorance, as this cop got his ego shattered in front of everyone.
You can still see the ring around me. You still see the ring. You still see the ring around my wrist.
On August 20th, 2024, a man was recording the U.S. Bank from the sidewalk when staff members came outside and began arguing with him. The situation escalated, and the cops were called to the scene. However, the officers would somehow only make the situation worse from there.
I don't know. How you doing?
Doing good. How can I help you?
You got a bottle of water and a lollipop?
I do not, but you are not allowed to video the branch.
Why is that?
Because it's a federal institution, you cannot video it.
Oh, I don't plan on going inside of your bank. I'm not doing
You can't
nothing.
video the outside of my branch. It's a bank.
Okay.
You cannot video it.
But I'm actually working on something.
Okay, but you can't video the branch.
Well, I'm not going to be out here long. You know, just a few more hours. I'm not going to be too long out here.
Either stop videoing, or I will call security and have them stop you.
Security?
You cannot video the
Oh,
branch.
you can call security. Security can't do nothing. Just don't call the... Okay.
You can get off our property.
I'm not on your property.
You are. We own this whole thing.
You on the sidewalk?
The woman clearly had no understanding of the law and eventually called another security official, who made even less sense.
From the sidewalk?
Correct.
Well, here, I'm just going to go around there, then I'll get the, maybe the drive-through. Is this where the employers park at?
You can't video the bank.
But I'm not on your property.
But you can't video the bank. It's a security issue.
For what?
For the employees who work here.
What are their concerns?
That people who would want to rob this bank would video it to see how things operate and then use that. You're not allowed to video.
How crazy do that sound, man? I told her
you
I was
don't
working.
work in the industry. You don't work in the bank. That's a security protocol. You need to stop.
Okay, well, I told her I was...
They are going to call the police.
I mean...
It's up to you.
She's really calling the police?
Yes.
You really think she's doing
Yes.
it?
I know she is.
This guy had issues with recording from a distance in public, but was walking up to the guy's face. Either he's lying, or he just has an issue with someone exercising their rights because of his huge ego. This man knew nothing about the law, but you have to wait and see the ignorant cops who arrive on the scene.
How about this? If you're wrong, would you apologize to me? If I'm wrong, I'll apologize to you. And of course, they'll make me leave. But I tell them before I leave, let me apologize to this gentleman and these ladies. So if you guys are wrong, would you guys apologize to me?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
That's fine, but
Okay.
they're telling you they're going to make you leave. It's
Okay,
not working.
I'm gonna hold you to it, man. You know. But like I was saying, I'm not gonna be out here long. Just a few more hours. I'm just gonna get maybe the drive-through and
you're
the.
not.
I'm gonna get the
You're
drive.
not.
Okay, you gonna walk with me? Come on. So we got I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. Can you stop yelling so I can understand? I can't understand.
Take pictures of the vehicles
I can't-
in this parking lot.
Now say it one more time so I can understand what.
Do not take pictures
of the vehicles
Okay.
in a bank parking lot.
But I'm not on your property.
It doesn't matter.
That matters.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
It doesn't.
This is private information. It is not for your use. You video me all you want.
Just
I
go
don't
to the
care.
side.
No, I will
It's not like that. It's not how this works.
Hey, you guys, look at them, man.
See, but now, when the police do show up, it's going to be a real problem.
Despite being law enforcement officers, they would be even worse. It seemed like they really had nothing better to do than follow him around.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
I will give you that, but she has.
So can you tell me what you're working
No,
on?
because y'all a team and you still trying to stand in front of my camera.
But why can't you tell me what you're working on?
I could have, man, but y'all came out a little y'all as a team, y'all came out a little disrespectful. You didn't, but
So then tell me.
okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Can I be honest with you? Can you stand in front of my camera so I can make sure I did tell you this on
Can you
camera?
just tell me
I'm gonna
this
tell
now?
you if you let me get you on camera and you so
I've
close.
been on camera.
Man, you are very close. Just
So
take
go
a
ahead
step.
and tell me.
I'm about to tell you.
Okay, go
So
ahead.
what I am here doing, man, I'm an independent journalist here gathering content for a story.
And what story?
I can't say.
Why?
Because it'll compromise the story. It hasn't been published yet.
It's common sense that you don't want to reveal a project before it's final. This guy lacked even a basic understanding of anything he was talking about.
Okay, so what have you been publishing before?
I got a lot of work published. Banks, government facilities.
What about them?
I cover them, man.
What do you cover?
Give me your business card. See, that's where you being rude at, though, man.
No,
I shouldn't
I'm
have told you nothing, man.
You didn't tell me anything. You're refusing to answer my question.
So you guys,
After I treated you with respect and dignity.
you should do that outside on the public.
Correct,
You're in the public.
Which I did, but you're not treating me with that same respect.
I am.
No, you're not.
So, yeah. So right now we just waiting on KCPD to pull up so he can educate these
So what are they going to tell us when they get here?
they're gonna say this, he has every right, he's standing on the public sidewalk, he has every right to do what he's doing. And then I'm gonna wait and expect for you to come back out and give me an apology.
Okay.
Like you said, if you're a man, you know. So you guys, walk with me. Come on, I order you to follow me. You're my security, man. Make sure nobody touches me, man. You see how she rolled up screaming?
Shortly after, the officers arrived on the scene, and they clearly weren't fans of justice.
I think she's kind of second guessing what she did. And you guys, if you see, this guy hasn't been physically rude, but blocking my recording, they coming in hot. Cherries and berries. And here we go. How you doing? Can I get your name and badge number just so I know who I'm speaking to?
Yeah, it's Officer Holland 5826.
Great. How you doing, sir? Can I get your name and badge number just so I can know who I'm speaking to? Right here. How can I help you guys?
Well, we got called here because you're videotaping stuff and they asked you to leave and you have not.
I didn't go on their property or on their
Okay,
property.
well, we also received another call from another bank of you doing the exact same thing about 30 minutes ago.
Okay, on the sidewalk.
So what are you doing?
I'm recording.
Why?
I let the guy know I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story. I told him I have no ill intent. I'm not on you guys' property. I'm on the sidewalk.
Well,
So
what's the story?
I told him I can't say it's not published yet.
Okay, but do you understand how it's weird?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do you understand how it's legal for me to record on the public sidewalk?
Okay, well,
Why won't you tell him that?
Leave and you would not.
Because I'm on the public sidewalk.
You're still in the parking lot.
I'm on a public sidewalk.
Oh, all the way.
Sir, can I get a supervisor out here, please? Let's get a supervisor.
Okay, well, we need to get your information.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Then we'll put your hands.
Yeah, they just cuffed me, y'all. It's her right there hollering. Don't know the law. And she turned my camera off. That's why my camera let me get back to the public.
The First Amendment allows anyone to film while on public property, in this case, the sidewalk. Anything seen while standing on the sidewalk can be recorded and is well within the law.
Well, let's get off our property.
Look at Holland. I got you. You know the last time you see me, Miss Holland? This is not the last time you see me, Holland. Look at them. Yeah, you guys. So I'm up here at Security Bank. They came and cuffed me. You can still see the ring around me. You still see the ring. You still see the ring around my wrist.
For context, these corrupt cops had turned off the man's camera and then put him in handcuffs. The cuffs had now been taken off.
She stopped my video. Yeah. Yeah. Big dog. Come on, where's my apology? Big dog. Big dog. Come and give me my apology. I'm big dog out here. What's up? You got something for me?
No.
You ain't got nothing for me? You ain't gonna say, you ain't gonna apologize? You said if I'm wrong, if you guys are wrong, that you'll apologize.
Earlier, he'd said this about the possibility of being wrong. And if this doesn't prove the officer's guilt, I don't know what does.
Okay.
We're not going.
Not allowed to do that.
From the sidewalk?
Right.
So if you guys are wrong, would you guys apologize to me?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
That's fine, but
Okay.
they're telling you they're gonna make you leave. It's
Okay,
not wrong.
I'm gonna hold you to it, man.
Okay. What did I say that was wrong?
Y'all said I cannot record this building, and y'all called the cops on me. Yo, you said you would have. Man, it's okay, bro. Man, I'm about to get everything. Look at this, y'all. He ain't even a man of his word. Do not come to U.S. Bank.
It was extremely satisfying seeing this man educate both the cops and the man from the bank. This situation is a prime example of why you must know your rights, because in public, you could go against tyrants like these anywhere. Moving on, this veteran auditor thoroughly exposed these clueless corrections officers and held them fully accountable.
You can't record on DOC property, you have to step outside.
Excuse me, sir?
You cannot record on DOC property, you have to step outside.
Who are you, sir?
Officer Powell.
Officer Powell.
Yes, I'm asking you to step outside.
And what law would that be?
DOC private property, you cannot record.
This is private property?
It's
Who
DOC
owns it?
property.
Who owns the property, sir?
Sir, you have to leave.
This isn't private property, sir.
Sir, you have to leave.
This is public property, sir.
Sir, you have to leave.
So this is public property.
You cannot record on state property, DOC property. That's
What
the
law
thing.
is that?
It's not a law, it's a policy. You cannot record.
It's a policy.
Yes, sir. You can step outside and record. You just cannot record inside the building.
Well, this is still a public building, public property. It's publicly
It's
accessible.
a correctional institution, which is a secure facility.
There's nothing secure about it. I just walked right in.
No.
There's secure areas in this building, of course, sure. And I don't plan on going into any of those secure areas, sir.
You cannot record in the building.
Well, that's not a law, sir. Respectfully, that's not a law. That's just a policy, sir. Oh, my name is Sean, sir.
Sean what?
Just Sean.
Just Sean?
Just Sean.
Fair enough, Sean. My name's Supervisor McCarron.
And my name is Sean, sir. And your name, sir?
I'm Supervisor Dowling.
Supervisor Dowling. Nice to meet you guys.
And what's your business here today?
Oh, I'm just taking some pictures and video. I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story on the Department of Corrections here.
Gotcha. Do you have any kind of paperwork saying you can be on the property for doing that?
Do I have any paperwork?
Yeah.
Other than the United States Constitution.
Not just apply here for this. We have our policy here. So I would like you to...
The United States Constitution doesn't apply here?
No. What you're trying to do does not apply to this. You cannot record here. We have a policy that says you can't record in our building.
And that policy trumps the United States Constitution and freedom of press?
Anything. Our policy for this building, you're not allowed to be here in this building recording. We say you can't. So I'm going to ask you to remove yourself from the building, please.
Sir, I'm engaged in a constitution protected activity. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not, you're talking about your policy. I'm not breaking any laws. If you'd like, you can call law enforcement.
It's our policy.
If you'd like, you can call law enforcement so they can explain to you the laws.
You can remove yourself.
But that's not against the law, sir.
You have to call
You're the
law
same guy
enforcement.
that was at the jail, weren't you?
Where?
The women's prison?
Oh, no, I never went there before. No, never. This is the first time I've been to a Delaware correctional facility here.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I wasn't there.
According to this officer, the Constitution does not apply to this correctional facility. So citizens can fund this place but have no access or rights to record and see it. But this officer was about to get in Sean's face.
You have no other business other than being in the building. So I decide to remove you from the building. Then what?
Well, if you physically put your hands on me and remove me from the building, that would be a crime.
Okay, fine. Show me what crime, please.
Well, you cannot put your hands on people that
Show me
aren't.
what crime, please. please?
Yeah, that would be the crime of assault,
Assault?
and that would be
If we
assault.
remove you from the building?
That would be
Escorting
assault.
out from the building, we have a right to say you can leave our building.
No,
correct?
you cannot
No.
assault people
No, no,
that
no.
haven't
Do
broken
we
a
have the right
rule.
to say you can move our building? Do we have the right to say you can leave our
No,
building?
because this is a public building. Is it closed to the public right
It's
now?
a state. I'm sorry. I like you. If you're taking.
Yeah, I'll take whatever. Sure. What do you got up there that says what? The Bridge Clinic?
Where's that? Sorry.
You're supposed to inside the lobby.
Oh, you can go
Inside the lobby where I'm not?
No, it said no loitering.
Yeah, I'm not loitering. I have a loitering is when you don't have a purpose. Right, loitering is when you don't have a purpose. You're just standing around not doing anything. No. I'm told you, I'm engaging in a constitutionally protected activity of freedom of press. I'm a journalist working on a story.
Credentials for the journalists.
Oh, I'm sure I could produce some
I'm
credentials
asking
for you.
Credentials right now, sir.
Yeah, no, I don't have to give them to you
So,
though.
no, you do.
I don't.
You asked me for credentials.
Can you just take a step back,
no,
please?
I'm in my building. I'm asking you.
Well, you're
for
in
your
our building.
credentials. I'm asking you for your credentials.
I know. I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna
You can
de-escalate.
take a step back. I'm asking for your credentials.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Where's your credentials, sir?
So, can I see your credentials? Your credentials is what?
As an officer, this is my credentials.
Okay.
Okay. So
So
where's
you're an
your
officer with the Department of
Where's
Corrections.
your credentials,
Sir, I don't show credentials unless I'm forced
You said
to.
you were a publicist. You
I
said
am.
you were
No, I'm a journalist,
Well,
right?
journalist. Because of your credentials as a journalist, please.
No, you can't.
I can't?
No, sir. You cannot.
Okay.
You cannot see you cannot see my credentials. You cannot see. I don't need credentials, and you can't see my license. I'm not going to give you my ID. I haven't broken any laws.
It's okay. You wanted
I don't need to. I follow the law, sir.
And what is the law?
That is not the law.
That is our building that we're responsible for our building.
No, that's not the law, sir.
It's our building.
You can make a sign that says no
But it's our
black people allowed in the building, no white
So you're
people
being
allowed.
racist now, is that what you're saying?
No, I said you could.
You said about being black people. You're being racist. That's
I'm
what
saying
you're
I said black and white
No,
people.
you didn't say white. You
I said black.
people.
If you let me
You're being
finish.
racist. You're being
If you
racist.
let me.
Sir, at
No,
this
I'm
point,
not.
You're being racist.
I am
So
not.
I'd like you to leave the building.
I'm not being racist at all, sir. I'm giving you an example that if you had a sign that
was a very
said,
poor example.
why? It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It does.
Once again, you're applying things that you want to apply, but you don't know how
If you
to
had a
do it.
sign that said no yellow people, no white people, no black people, no whatever kind of people here.
You're now cleaning up your act.
No, I'm not.
I really do appreciate that.
No, I'm not.
You're really a good wordsmith. But see, I see how you're
If
doing it.
you interrupted me before
No,
I could
I didn't interrupt
finish,
sir.
you said you're being racist.
No, because you were.
You're playing a race card. I don't know why.
Sir, but you are. So I have rights too. What you did
Of
was
course.
defended my rights. You stepped over my rights.
No,
You
I
did.
didn't.
Yes, you did, sir.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Not at all.
Yes, you
You're
did.
being very disingenuous.
Sir, you are.
No.
Because we're trying to tell you to remove.
I'm trying to give you an example of why
That was
policies.
a very poor example.
No, it's not. It's a
Sir,
perfectly
so-
aligned example.
So what I would like you to do at this point, we're going back to the words, and we do not feel comfortable with you in our building. We're asking you to leave the building.
Right, and I have business to conduct here. I told you
What
that.
business do you have to conduct?
An open records request for the Department of Corrections is
And
part of
how
my
do you go
story.
about doing that, sir?
This officer tried to play the race card on Sean when he was just giving an example. He didn't have any excuse to kick him out. Now he was creating drama to make a reason. Wait till you see what this other cop accuses him of.
Excuse me? Sir, there's nothing in my pocket. Okay, there's no weapons in my pocket. You just saw. I just showed you. Sir, you're being a tyrant.
No, I am not being a tyrant.
You are being a tyrant. You have no right to. You have no.
So this way he can't do his narrative.
A subject to search over there. We're subject to search.
Well, in this building, you are in this building, you are subject to search.
Where does it say
I'm
that?
only asking you to take your hand out of your pocket.
Sir, I just showed you. There's nothing in my pocket other than a cell phone. It's a cell phone. You're not. You shouldn't be scared. You both. You guys are armed. Why are you scared for it? You are scared. You tell. I can't put my hand in my pocket because you're scared.
I'm showing you what the sign says.
Right.
You asked that.
Okay.
So we showed you what the sign says.
Right. I'm not in a restricted area. This is a publicly accessible area.
It says restricted.
I know that.
It says any person or vehicle in the property is subject to search.
This okay. So violate my rights and search me then. If you think that sign makes you have the authority to violate my rights, my Fourth Amendment right of unreasonable searches and seizures, search me. It is unreasonable because there's nothing you could see. There's nothing on me. I don't. What about my ID would make you feel safe? You're scared, obviously. So what about my ID or credentials would make you feel safe? I mean, you're acting scared by saying get your hands out of your pocket. That's acting scared, sir. I'm not scared. You guys have weapons. I'm not scared. What would I be scared for? You guys have weapons. I don't. All I have is a camera. That's all I
The
have.
thing about this whole thing is you create a narrative, which I like. You're creating a narrative to fit your. We step away from their window because that's something totally different. So we step away from their conducting business in their window.
I mean, if somebody comes up, I'll move out of the
Once
way.
again, I asked you something polite. You're gonna
And did I not just move out of the way?
What you're going to do? If somebody comes up
Because
to you, what?
I will move out of their way.
But I'm asking you now out of their way.
No, but they're not in the. I'm not in anybody's way. Again, you're just trying to feed me directives because that's what you're used to doing. You're used to people following your directives without question. Why do law enforcement officers get so scared when people have their hands in their pockets? Like, do you think everybody's out to hurt you? Is that what it is? Because you're the one that. Do you think everybody's trying to hurt you, officer? I mean, he said, take your hands out of your pockets. Why? A lot of officers I see say that. Why? Why can't a free man or woman have their hands in their pockets? I mean, you've been talking more than me.
He just accused him of having a knife in his pocket. Meanwhile, he himself has a gun on him. If police officers are so scared of a man with hands in his pockets, they should not be police officers. The officer then continues to be as petty as possible.
Excuse me, sir.
No, I'm okay. You're okay.
I know. You're just walking in
I know,
front of me.
but you're not going to go any further than my officer. So I'm making sure you stay pretty far away from my officer.
I know. Just it could be considered
It could be. I'm asking you to stay close.
disorderly conduct.
You don't
by
need to be in
walking
this
in front of
conversation,
people.
sir. It's okay.
A little close.
I understand, sir. It's okay.
I'm gonna try walking away from you.
I understand, but you're not able to go into the lobby, but you're okay.
It's a secure lobby. Why would I go in?
No, doesn't matter, sir. Just make sure everything's okay.
Everything's fine.
I understand, but you're not going to be in this conversation. There's no need for you to be there. That's something that has nothing to do with you.
I think he's getting educated. I
No,
think that's
maybe he
what's
is.
going on.
But right now, you don't need to be close to him. That's all.
But you could be close to me.
Because you're getting close to my officer. You made a move to my officer.
This is public area. Being a correctional facility
it's
doesn't.
a common area. It's not
Right.
a public area. Up front, this is state property. So unless you have official
Well, state
business
property,
here-
public property, it's the same thing.
Unless you have official business here. You do what you like here. You can submit whatever paperwork you like for your investigative, journalism. Cool, great. But speaking to the two gentlemen here, you haven't provided any sort of credentials or paperwork for you to obtain that information.
Right. I don't need to provide credentials to anybody. I don't need to provide my ID. This is the United States of America.
Right.
We are free to enter into
Correct.
publicly accessible areas
But again,
and record law enforcement.
right now-
It's a First Amendment protected activity, sir.
So right now you're trespassing onto state government property.
I'm not.
They are here with us.
And they're currently closed.
And they're currently
Right.
closed. So
So-
therefore, we control the building.
Yeah, right.
So what you're
Well,
doing
you don't. But at the end of the day, and you'll see the federal laws. Okay, that's fine. I'll wait.
We're going back and forth.
All right, great.
There's people
All right,
here
thank you,
that
sir.
are
Thank you. I
victims.
appreciate that.
There
They're
are people-
victims?
yeah,
Okay.
there are
Like
people
you,
here
right?
victims.
Like you.
There are people here who are victims. People here who are
Like you, right?
In the end, the police officers let Sean be, even though the officers from the probation center were salty that he was allowed there. It takes a lot of guts to stand up when you're outnumbered. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we saw cases where these corrupt officers were destroyed and ruined by these individuals. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and stay tuned for what's next. Like this next video, which is just as intense if not more. So make sure to check it out right here.